Welcome back, everyone. So we're going on holiday soon in about 2 weeks, maybe a week and a half. We're going away back to Mexico. So we have a list of things that we need to get done before the snow really sets in. And I think it's actually going to start snowing for real while we're away. So first up on the list is we're going to get these stairs replaced. They're quite steep, and like the top stair has a board coming into it, so it's a bit shorter, and they just kind of suck. The bottom step is rotting out. We've had them on here since we started building and need stairs to get up. So it's time to get these replaced. And actually you can kind of see right there, we've added some outdoor lights because coming out here in the dark, just kind of getting tired of it. So we just got some cheap lights from Home Depot when we went into the city, and it's been amazing having lights out here. So we're gonna start gathering up the materials to get these stairs replaced. We're gonna be using whatever scrap wood we can find, and I'm hoping it goes quickly because we have a lot of stuff to get done and not a lot of time. So I'm gonna stop talking and start getting things cleared and out of the way here. Now that we're using sawdust in the chicken coop, I really need to be a lot more deliberate with collecting it because once it gets wet, it's not really any good. So I'm just gonna start shoveling it up. And I know lots of people have mentioned Greg welding a hook onto the mill so that we can put a bucket under it. And that's a great idea. It's on the list of things to do, but we gotta keep moving today. So I'm just gonna shovel it into buckets for now.
all that was holding that on there. So right here, we're gonna install a 30 by 36 platform. We're gonna have stairs coming off of here and then a ramp coming probably down this way for my old puppy dog who can't go up and down the stairs anymore. We built a ramp.
She lies.
She doesn't do it very well though. She's got pretty bad arthritis. Anyway, we built a ramp last year, as you remember, off of our very makeshift deck that was made out of a pallet. But now we have a nice deck and there's no way we're building a ramp off of that. So we're gonna do it off of our front door. There.
I got you on camera. You're the problem. Fat boy.
What the hell? I don't know. Yep. Okay, Katie, let's see how.
Don't pull that.
Ah. Hey, careful. You should be wearing chaps or something, or safety glasses, whatever. Okay, one's done.
Here comes the fun police.
Ouch. There. Make it so it can't bounce. That'll do, eh? Holy mackerel.
Good enough.
It's perfect. That's good carpentry right there. The old goat step. And this is how it's gonna be forever.
Get away from the camera, dogs.
There. Same for an old dog. There, now they can get in the house, Katie. What do you think, Katie? Come on,
Guess it
goats.
works.
Try out the ramp.
Now go
Poop and
downstairs
pee
go in the
everywhere.
house. Get going. Then we stop when we try to push him on. So we are getting a billy goat, and we want to have all of our fencing and stuff ready so that when we come back from our holiday, the people that have the goat now can bring him over here and you have a nice place to go. So a couple days ago, we put some T-posts into the ground. I was kind of worried about it freezing and being a big problem. So we just did it really quickly one night. So I didn't really film it, but we're gonna get some fencing around the T-posts now. We've got this 10X wire, or it's like a plastic deer fencing. And we're gonna try it out and see if we think it's gonna work or not. We found it at the Restore for really cheap, so we thought we'd try it out. We've been using the 10X fencing for our yard, and we did have the goats in for quite a while with it, but they do kind of start to rub on it, so I'm not exactly sure what we'll do for that. But Greg is waiting for me, so I'm gonna stop talking and we're gonna go over and get this fence attached.
Can't start it if it's not in park.
So what's going on?
We're getting our plow truck together here, and the power steering pump is toast. And the transmission, I can't shift.
Into park.
I don't know what that sound is, but I gotta get this thing out of here before it becomes a lawn ornament. So Katie and I might be getting this thing out of here today, because I can drive it and it's driving right now. I should put some fuel in it so it doesn't die. I'm just like, I don't even know.
Can you turn?
If I'm moving. Oh, power steering pump just kicked in.
Get it out of here!
I can steer. Maybe I could just check. Maybe it's the transmission fluid. The thing is,
now it's running, and now what?
I have to put something. We gotta put some rounds in. Oh man, I don't know even. Try to put it into park. Oh, that's nice steering this thing has.
For those that are new here, we live 7 kilometers down a Forest Service road. We've been using that truck, which, by the way, we got given for free because it has incredibly high kilometers. We were given that truck when Greg's first truck died, and he didn't really have a vehicle. He didn't really have much money to buy a new truck because they're so expensive, and this was his work truck. So his boss said, just drive it home. And we got a mount for the front of the truck to plow, and we've been plowing 7 kilometers of back road every winter, which is essentially 28 kilometers because we have to do a pass there, a pass back, a pass there, and a pass back to get the road wide enough that if you're passing other vehicles, you can have space to go around. And if the snow builds up, it's always going to be coming in smaller and smaller and smaller on the road. So we wanted to just try to start out as wide as possible. And we've been using this truck to haul water in the winter. That's why there's a tank in the back. So we've been overloading the truck with a full IBC tote, which is a little bit more than it should be carrying. It's rusting out.
Control. I have to find something to jam the pedal shut. And then we got to make sure this thing doesn't stall, because if it stays stuck and drive, I don't think we can start it.
And the reason we stopped fixing this truck and trying to keep it working is because the door handle on the side, driver's side, is broken. the inside handle on the passenger is broken and the window doesn't work. So I just told Greg I had enough. We're getting a different truck. And this one has been parked and only in use for the winter. But it's a good plow truck. Coming in, boy.
So it's got no transmission fluid. Anything else we can use as transmission fluid? I don't have any ATF here.
Pull up Google.
I'm on it. Now there's lots.
Too much? Can you give an update?
Okay, well, I got this thing on a drive. I got it into park. It took me a lot of effort. It's still really tough, really tight, so I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna try to get the truck going again, and then we'll go from there, I guess.
Well,
I can get it into gear, kind of. It wasn't snapping into reverse, but I think that's just the transmission level. I don't know.
what does white exhaust mean?
It means there's no muffler on that thing anymore. That's normal exhaust.
Is it?
Yeah, blue exhaust means there's oil. Come on, goats! Come on! Come on, goats! Come on! Come on, goats! Come on! Come on! This is really one of the last nice days that these goats get to go hang out in the woods before the snow comes, so gotta make sure they get their exposure before winter hits. They sure love foraging in our newly acquired forest. This old horse is gonna ride again. I gotta do a couple things to her. Hasn't had an oil change in probably 2 years. Transmission fluid is low, probably while I was having trouble shifting. 1 more year is all I'm asking out of this truck. 1 more year, old girl. Let's get this thing winter ready. We're gonna get the plow on the front. I'm gonna take that piece of plastic that got ripped off by a tree that I drove over in the winter. I'm gonna screw it back in, and then we should be ready for the snow, which is happening in 3 days. So it's the cheapest battery I could find. I only drive 8 or 10 times with this truck a season. Mind you, those are pretty hard days for this truck, but I don't need a nice battery for that. As long as it starts, that's all that matters. I can't tell you how many times I've reattached that front little skirt for nothing. It literally does nothing. It gets in the way of me putting on the plow. I catch it on sticks when I drive in the bush. I mean, that is the right thing to do. Just get rid of it. This is not a pretty truck. This is just a plow truck and a water getting truck. So, bye-bye plastic. I'm not even going to show you how dark that oil is. That's kind of embarrassing that I let it get that bad, but I'm fixing it now. And it's a good old Chevy. She can take it. She can run on some dirt, but not for long. It's time for new oil. So I've got the oil change done. The last thing, kind of the last thing to do is to get the blade onto the front of the truck. Now the real last thing to do is I went to go turn on the fan, the inside fan in the truck, and there's something in the motor, which it sounds probably like a mouse nest or something, so I gotta clean that out. And just like that, she's ready to ride. Well, we've been struggling to try to figure out how we want to do this fencing, and we've come up with about 20 different ideas that are completely different than what we're doing right here. And
we're giving up on this project.
We're giving up on this one. We
are burnt out.
We're burnt out. We've got so many things on the go right now.
And it's cold. It's about to get dark again. It's just like, why are we building this massive goat pen when we should just make a little small spot for them?
Just a little small spot.
This is gonna be 1, maybe 3 goats if the boys all get along. We can put the boys together. But honestly, it's probably gonna be 1 goat because I don't see the boys getting along with the billy goat. Maybe, but we'll see.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna leave this one alone.
Yeah.
I'm surprised this is even making footage in this video, but I mean, this is how it is. Sometimes we get an idea and we have to shut it down. It's real life. So,
yeah,
you know, we'll find an easier and more reasonable solution for Onyx, the billy goat.
Yeah. All right, I guess we're wrapping up the video here because
that's it.
Well, that's it. See you next time.